This is the XP Pen Artist 15.6 Pro. This is XP Pen's latest display tablet. It has full tilt support on the pen, a parallax reducing screen, and today we're going to be reviewing it. This was provided to me by the folks over at XP Pen, but it's not a sponsored review, so the opinions contained here are my own. In the box, you will find the display tablet itself, the pen that lets you draw on that tablet, a pen holder with some extra nibs in the back for all you folks who like to draw hard and wear those out, the connection cable with USB, HDMI, and power all in one, basically everything you need to connect this to your Windows or Mac computer, a free cleaning cloth, and a drawing glove. Is he doing that drawing glove dance again? Hope he gets himself sued like those Fortnite people. The XP Pen Artist 15.6 is not XP Pen's first 16-inch tablet. In fact, there's several 16-inchers that XP Pen makes that are still available for you to buy. And because of that, the naming conventions here can get a little bit confusing. My advice, look for the red circle along the side. That's how you know you got the new one. I like the circle. In fact, I like the whole design of the device. It's plastic and lightweight, but it doesn't feel cheap. Doesn't feel premium either, but it fills in that nice middle ground area. The screen looks good. It's an HD display. That's 1920 by 1080 pixels. The colors look good as well. It has a 90% Adobe RGB color range. No, I said it wrong again. Not her. RGB. Red, green, blue. The screen has this matte texture film that goes over it, helps your pen grip to it, improve the control while you're drawing. But the real story with the screen is the laminated display. That's where they reduce the amount of space between the screen and the glass above it, which increases accuracy and dramatically improves the parallax. And over the last 2 years, this has been the primary feature that I think has set Wacom's premium Cintiq Pro displays apart from some of these more inexpensive ones that are on the market. That quality gap is starting to close. Last year, Huion introduced 2 smaller displays with laminated screens, and now we have this doing the same. I think this is just the beginning. But the screen isn't the only thing that XP Pen has added here. They've also included a new pen with 8,128 levels of pressure sensitivity, which we've come to expect, but they've also added tilt support. Tilt is another one of those things that's always set Wacom apart from their competitors until recently, and I can confirm that the tilt definitely works, but I don't really use it in my work, so it's hard for me to tell how well it works. Is it good tilt? So if you use a lot of tilt in your work, leave me a comment down below. No, a comment about using tilt on the pen. I want to know what you think. What's a good way to look at this? What's a good way to test it? Now, I got this unit early from XP Pen, and they tell me the look of the pen itself, the physical look of the pen, might change a bit, but the guts of the pen are the same, and how it works will be the same. Also has this round pen holder, screw off top. They'll slide your pen in there, keep it safe. And around back is the spot where they keep all the extra nibs for you hard drawers out there. On to the good stuff. How does the pen perform? Well, it's really good. I put the XP Pen Artist 12, the smaller version of this, on my list of favorite devices at the end of last year because it was cheap and the pen felt so good to draw with. And I'm happy to say here the pen feels pretty much the same. I really like it. So let's get on to the pen tests. The pen overall is really, really good. I think the pressure is calibrated pretty well and everything in general works really well. There are a couple quirks that I have found here and there with the pen. A couple you can see in this simple line. Occasionally, the pressure curve adjusts a little bit funny, and you'll get little blips here and there in your line. I can see a tiny bit of wave. It's almost imperceptible that I kind of pick up here. I'm going to show that in the line test in a second. And then the last thing that's kind of a little bit different about this pen is sometimes at the end of strokes, you get a little bit of shoelacing happening here. So let's do some line tests here. I'm going to draw a slow angled line to see how much wave I can detect. And if I'm being honest, this is not much. This looks like a good organic line. I have no smoothing on, and overall, I find this to be totally acceptable. I can definitely tell that there's a little wave there. I'm also going to use this box because obviously my hand has some jitter to it. My hand has some wave to it naturally. So let's draw a line slowly with the box here, and you can see that some of that wave comes from my hand. I can still see a little bit of wave in there. It's kind of uniform. That's how you can tell it's wave. But honestly, this is one of the best non Wacom lines I have seen. And if you've seen any of my other pen tests, you know that this is actually a very, very good line compared to a lot of other displays. You've probably noticed already, but there's a bunch of shortcut keys along the side. As always, they're customizable. You can set them to whatever suits your workflow. It also comes with a stand. It sets up at a pretty comfortable angle, but there is one downside. That stand only has one angle, but it's very solid. It'll hold the display in place. On to the pros and cons. What are the pros? Everything. This is the most complete Wacom Cintiq Pro competitor that we have seen yet. The screen is really nice. The pen is really nice. You have shortcut keys directly on the device along the side, and it has a very competitive price. The cons? I'm not seeing many. I mean, for the price, this is darn near perfect. Yeah, if you're looking at the Cintiq Pro, you are going to get a better screen. You're going to get a full 4K resolution instead of just an HD resolution. But everything else is here, and it's almost as good. But that's comparing it directly to the Cintiq Pro 16. A couple weeks ago, I did a review of the Wacom Cintiq 16, which is a scaled down version of Wacom's tablets. And so I know a lot of you are going to be saying, okay, well, how does this compare to that? It compares really, really well. I can't tell you which one to get. You got to make that decision for yourself. And I think choosing either one is a good choice because they are both very, very good. The big difference here is that entry-level Cintiq 16 does not have a laminated display. The XP Pen also has a lower price. The XP Pen also has shortcut keys directly on the device, which again, a lot of people love that. I like the feel of the Wacom pen more, but this is still one of the best pens I've used on a Cintiq alternative. And honestly, for a lot of folks, you're just not going to be able to tell the difference. I think with Wacom, what you're buying is the brand name. You're getting Wacom's software. You're getting Wacom's drivers. You're buying Wacom's reputation. But when you start adding up all these features, I think this one has to go at the top of my list over on my website of the best 16-inch tablets. And that's saying something. This is a really crowded field. There are dozens, okay, maybe 7 other 16-inch displays out there. And so far this year, we got the XP Pen and we got the Cintiq 16. This is really setting a high bar that everybody else has to jump over. So 2019, it's getting interesting. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any comments or questions, let me know down below in the comment section. That is all I have for today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again in a couple of days.